Hello, everybody, and welcome. Thank you so much for taking the time to download my free daily journal. And I really hope that you will find it as useful as I have done, not only in my own business, but in my life as well. Now, all of the stuff I do is backed in science, because sometimes when we talk about mindset, it can sound a little bit woo-woo. There's no woo-woo coaching here. It's all backed in science. So I wanted to talk to you today about the power of journaling, because for some people, it's a new concept. For me, it was a really new concept before I learned all about it. So the power of journaling, okay. So most people won't keep a journal of their daily progress. But this is exactly what helped me gain control of my mindset, my beliefs, my mindset gremlins, and taking complete control of how I started a day and how I ended a day, which had tremendous benefits. So for me, I became less stressed, which was a massive game changer for me in my life and my business. I became more productive. I stopped with the endless to-do list, making list after list after list, but never actually ticking anything off, never actually getting anything done. And that would just cause more anxiety, more stress, because every day what I would do would get my to-do list and I would take it from Monday and I would copy pretty much 90% of it onto Tuesday, and it would just get bigger and bigger and bigger. And before I knew it, I was just really overwhelmed. Having a journal means that you can focus on what's important. You can focus on getting that stuff done, the things that will move your business forward, okay? And we take some of science-backed research on how to do that to make you more productive. And over the next couple of days, I'll be sharing exactly some of those science-backed tips. It also gives you a space for self-reflection, because what tends to happen is we have all of this this stuff, these thoughts, this overthinking that is in our heads that just stays there. And I always describe it like a washing machine, where it just goes over and over and over in your head, and you start to feel this pit in your stomach, and you start to feel anxious, and it might affect your breathing. It starts to feel hot, and it's just getting all of that out of your head onto paper so that you can see it for what it is, so that it becomes loads clearer, and you can take all of that stress and anxiety away. And it'll make you much more accountable, because if you start the day the right way, your way, based on your agenda and not somebody else's agenda, you're going to be more productive, you're going to be more accountable, you're going to know exactly the task that needs to get done that day, and you're going to make damn sure that it gets done. So journaling doesn't take that long. I think people seem to or have this notion that journaling is a little bit like Adrian Mole style journaling. Remember him? Where you've got to write, dear diary, and pages and pages and pages of what's going on and how you're feeling and what's happened and who said what. Who's got time for that? If you're running a business, you've got a young family, you've got a house to run, you haven't got time for all of that. And you don't need to do all of that. If that helps you and you find, that makes you more productive, then carry on. But if you're like me and time is so short and time is so valuable, you need something that you can do 5 or 10 minutes in the morning, 5 or 10 minutes at night. And I find by doing this in the evening, I actually sleep loads better than I ever did before, because like I say, I don't go to bed with that washing machine of thoughts going around my head. It's clear, I've got it out, it's on a bit of paper, it's downstairs, it's packed away. I don't have to take all of those negative thoughts, all of that overthinking and that worry to bed with me. So 10 minutes, 5-10 minutes in the morning, 5-10 minutes at night. most people don't do it because they feel like it's a waste of time and it's unproductive. Wouldn't it be far better to get straight up, get straight onto your laptop, get straight into your office and start on a task? That's not really how our minds work. We need to be focused on the important stuff. What needs to happen? And we can start the day with really good intentions, but actually, what happens in reality is that life takes over. We'll probably look at our emails or look at text messages, or the worst possible thing, we get on social media and we start looking at what's happening there. We start feeling bad. We start comparing ourselves to everybody. We start worrying that a competitor is ahead of us and we're not doing that. They might be doing a challenge, or they've posted something and think, oh, crikey, I should be doing this. This word should, I should be doing that. And before you know it, you've derailed your entire day based on what you think you should be doing or what others are doing. And it's not based on your agenda. So hopefully you've downloaded the journal, and I'm going to talk you step by step how to use the journal so that you can be as productive as you possibly can be. So the first section is just looking at why do you feel this way, okay? So it's marking out, as you wake up, do you feel depleted, do you feel energized, or something in between? And it doesn't matter if you wake up feeling depleted, if you're not feeling great, because if you know where you are starting from, you know which way is forward. It's really important to get into the habit of not looking externally, but looking internally. Okay, what's going on? What's really going on? How do you feel this morning? Okay. So the next thing is to look at, okay, so if that's how I'm feeling, if I know where I am, what can I do to increase my energy? What can you do to boost your productivity, to boost your mind, to take control of that energy and how you feel? And then once you've done that, the next thing is to look at, okay, so what is my top priority today? The secret to productivity is not multitasking, okay? And I think as women, we fall into this category quite easily of thinking that we can do everything all at the same time. And sometimes that's what's expected of us. But we need to be quite strong and say, do you know what? Our brains do not function when we are multitasking. We need to take one task, one priority, and focus on that so that we can make sure that we actually get that done. The next thing is to understand why that is important to you. Understanding your why is one of the biggest drivers to increasing your productivity and your success in your business. It's very rarely money. Very, very rarely money. Loads of people set up businesses. Loads of people think that the reason they want their own business is because they want more money. Now, I'm not saying that's a bad thing. It certainly drives me, but it's not my main driver. So when you're looking at what your top project is that day, I'm going to doubt that it's just about money. Okay, so why is that particular project, that particular task, that particular assignment, why is it important to you? And science says that you'll be more motivated to go after it and make it happen if you know your why. So once you understand your why, the next step is to then move forward from where you are, okay? And it doesn't matter how big that step is. It can be one small step that is going to take you forward. Take that project, that assignment, whatever it is that you need to do in your business that day. What is the one small step that you can do to make that happen? And science again says that if you go from just thinking about it to actually writing down the steps that you're going to take, you're 76% more likely to make that happen and take the action that's required. So when you're doing all of this, okay, it's really easy to start feeling overwhelmed. So it's really important to ground yourself and just take some time just to reflect and be grateful. Okay. Write down one thing that you are grateful for. Okay. And again, this is proven to boost your happiness and your productivity. No, it can't be something like, oh, I'm glad to be alive, or it needs to be something really specific. So what are you grateful for this morning? Maybe it's that your partner made you a cup of tea this morning. Or maybe it's that your son let you have a 10-minute lie-in this morning. Whatever it is that you are grateful for, start to get into the habit of training your brain so that it defaults to looking for the positive rather than what our brains naturally do, and is look for the negative. They look for the danger because your mind is there to keep you alive and keep you protected. So get into the habit of reflecting on gratitude, being grateful, and just making a note of it. It's really important to write this stuff down. It's better, again, scientifically proven, it is better for you, for your mind, for your productivity, for your happiness, to put pen to paper, okay? If you can't do that, open something on your phone, open the notes section or a Google document or whatever it is that you use, but just make sure that you're getting all of this out of your head and onto ideally paper, or if it can't be paper, something on your phone or your laptop, something where you'll keep going back and looking at it. And that's really, really important. You can't just think about this stuff. You need to start getting into the habit of taking action. This stuff should take you 5-10 minutes in the morning, maximum, okay? And if you are really serious about making your dreams happen, set your alarm 5-10 minutes earlier than you normally do. That's all you need to make your dreams happen. So we do that, we set ourselves up for the day. Then before you go to bed, I would advise not doing it, as you're in bed before you turn off the light. Maybe an hour, or 30 minutes before you go to bed, no later than that, because you want, some downtime and you want your mind to start relaxing. The same as in the morning, 5-10 minutes just to reflect. Okay, so just reflect on what happened that day. And this is by no means an exercise to beat yourself up. This is about looking at what went well and maybe the things that didn't go so well. Looking at what didn't go so well isn't a reason to punish yourself. It's a platform to move forward. This is all about learning and adding to what you know, not taking away. So look at what excited you today. What went well? What motivated you? What energized you? The more you can work out what these triggers are that give you all of these positive feelings, you can start doing more of these and less of those energy sucking activities or those that don't make you feel so alive. The next thing is to focus on, okay, so what did drain you? It's important not to overlook any of our emotions, even if they are perceived as bad emotions, which, by the way, I don't think there is good and bad emotions. They're just triggers for your body to do something. And if you tune into my Facebook group, I talk a lot about this, about how to use all of your emotions to your advantage. There is no good and bad. So look at what drains you, okay? Don't overlook them. These are not bad feelings. They're there for a reason, and you can learn a lot from them. So make a note of them. And if the only thing that you do with that emotion is work out what drains your energy and avoid doing those things, or certainly doing less of them and more of the energy draining, the energy giving activities, then you've won already. If that is the only thing you take away. The next thing to do is to look at how did you create those situations. Again, the good and the bad. Look at what influence did you have? Okay, because if you can work out what you did to create the good stuff, the stuff that energizes you, you can do more of that. If you work out actually what did I do that caused me to have those negative feelings, or the thing that didn't go so right, so that you can avoid doing those. If those are things that don't give you energy, don't do them. But focus on the stuff that does give you the energy. Then what you can do is look at, okay, what can I do to fix it? What do I need to do more of? How can I influence things going forward? What can I do more of? What can I do less of? And one of the most important things to reflect on or at the end of the day is, what did I learn about myself? Because this is the whole purpose of this journaling, is to help you as an individual to gain control of your mindset. To those mindset gremlins, they're going to come whether you like it or not. Okay, that's just part of how we are made up as humans. The trick is to control those emotions, those what we perceive as negative emotions, and turn them into positive fueling things, which in turn will give you more confidence, more self-belief. That then will turn into more confidence to say yes to more opportunities, to take more action. And this is taking action both in your day-to-day life, but in your business as well. So all of this, although it's focused towards female business owners, using this journal, no matter what you do in life, whether you've got your own business, you work for somebody else, you're retired, you're just starting out, this will help you be happier, be more fulfilled. And as a result, whatever your goal is to, world domination for your business, or just create a kitchen table business, as I call it, so you can spend more time with your kids, it will allow you to do all of that. So it's really important to learn from each day. What did I learn about myself? Because that is what life is all about, is just learning what motivates you, what makes you more productive, what makes you happier. What did you learn? What went right? What didn't go so right? What do you want to change moving forward? And this will have a huge effect on your mood, your happiness, and your productivity. The key is, because doing this is a very, very simple tool. This is very, very easy to do. The hard bit is keeping yourself accountable and making sure that you do this every single day. Okay. Now, if you miss a day, again, that's no reason to beat yourself up. Okay. You just carry on with the next day. But it's so important that there is some consistency to doing this. You can't do this once a week and expect massive changes in productivity, massive changes in happiness, massive changes in stress level, massive changes in confidence. You've got to do this. You've got to commit to this like you would going to the gym. You couldn't go on day one, do a massive workout and get a six-pack. That's not how it works. And working on your mindset is exactly the same as going to the gym. It's just working out your muscles, your mind muscles, strengthening them, getting control over them, so that you can make all of the emotions that you have work for you, rather than letting them hold you back. Okay, and that's hold you back in your life, your career, or your business. It doesn't matter. It is the same thing. So give it a try. Commit to doing this journal for the next 30 days, okay? Don't view this as being successful or unsuccessful until you have committed to doing it consistently for the next 30 days. If you've got any problems with filling it in or working your way through it, or you're struggling, let me know. So reply to this email. Join the Facebook group. Yes, you can. Ask as many questions as you can, because there's other training in there that's going to help you. But the key to this is consistency, but asking for help. When you're struggling, when you when things are not going right, or you're feeling too many negative emotions, get in touch, ask me. That's what I'm here for. That's what I'm here to help with. But I cannot wait to hear how this works for you. I know because I've done it myself, and I was skeptical. I did not think filling a quick 10-minute journal in each day would help, but it does. And the days that I don't fill it in are the days that I'm not productive, I'm stressed, I snap at everybody, I have the horrible feeling in my stomach, my chest gets tighter, and it is always the days, I promise you, always the days when I either haven't done the journal at night or I haven't done the morning routine. Always, without fail. So let me know how you get on. I really want to know. Let me know in the Facebook group, reply to this email, or send me a direct message.